Most people believe they understand human nature, but the truth is, and far more irrational than we like to admit. For thousands of years, Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca studied the human mind. What they discovered was disturbing. Most suffering in life does not come from the world. It comes from how people think, react, and behave. Today, we will explore 9 dark, psychological truths about human nature through the eyes of Stoicism. These insights may completely change the way you see people, relationships, success, and even yourself. And once you understand them, you will move through life with the calmness most people never achieve. Number 1. People care less about you than you think. One of the biggest illusions humans live with is the belief that everyone is watching them. We worry about what others think. We worry about how we look. We worry about whether people are judging us. But here is the shocking truth. Psychologists call this the spotlight effect. Your mind exaggerates how much attention others give you, but in reality, everyone is focused on their own life. Think about your last embarrassing moment. Maybe you said something awkward. Maybe you made a mistake in front of others. Your mind replayed that moment again and again. But ask yourself something, honestly. How many embarrassing moments from other people's lives do you remember? Probably almost none. This reveals a powerful psychological truth. Everyone is the main character of their own story. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Think of how quickly all things are forgotten." People's opinions change constantly. Someone who admires you today might criticize you tomorrow. Someone who criticizes you today might respect you later. So why sacrifice your peace chasing approval that constantly changes? The Stoic answer is simple. Live in a way that your own mind respects, because that is the only audience that will always be with you. Number 2. People respect strength more than kindness. But what they often respect more is strength. When someone appears weak, people sometimes ignore them or take advantage of them. But when someone shows calm, confidence, and emotional control, others respond differently. Stoicism never teaches aggression. Instead, it teaches inner strength. Epictetus explained that real power is the ability to control your reactions. Not anger, not dominance, but calm discipline. Imagine 2 people being criticized. One becomes angry and defensive. The other listens calmly and responds with clarity. Which one appears stronger? Almost always the calm one. Why? Because emotional control signals stability, and stability commands respect. A Stoic presence quietly communicates something powerful. I cannot be easily disturbed. Number 3. Most people are controlled by emotion, but psychology reveals something surprising. Most decisions are made through emotion first and logic second. People often justify decisions with logic afterward, but the emotional impulse came first. This explains why people sometimes overreact, hold grudges, make impulsive choices. Seneca warned that anger is a temporary form of madness. When people act under emotional control, they often damage relationships and decisions. The Stoics trained themselves to create a pause between emotion and action. That pause is extremely powerful. Instead of reacting immediately, the Stoic asks, "What is actually happening here?" This simple question slows down emotional reactions. And when the emotional wave passes, the situation usually appears much smaller than it first seemed. Over time, this practice creates something rare: emotional independence. Number 4. People fear discomfort more than failure. Most people believe they fear failure, but what they truly fear is discomfort. Failure brings embarrassment. It exposes weakness, so the mind naturally avoids it. That is why many people stay in safe routines. They remain in jobs they dislike. They avoid difficult opportunities. They remain comfortable, but stagnant. Stoicism teaches something radical. Discomfort is not the enemy. Avoiding growth is the enemy. Stoics even practiced voluntary discomfort. Simple meals, cold environments, minimal luxury. Why? Because training the mind to tolerate discomfort builds resilience. Seneca believed that practicing hardship prepares the mind for real challenges. When you become comfortable with discomfort, fear loses its power over you. Number 5. External success does not create inner peace. Modern society tells us that happiness comes from achievement, money, fame, status, recognition, but history repeatedly proves something surprising. External success does not guarantee inner peace. Many powerful individuals struggle with anxiety, dissatisfaction, and restlessness. The Stoics understood why. External achievements improve your situation, but they cannot control your inner world. Marcus Aurelius ruled one of the largest empires in history, yet he constantly reminded himself, very little is needed to make a happy life. The Stoics believed peace comes from internal discipline, from mastering your thoughts, from accepting what cannot be controlled. Because if your happiness depends entirely on external circumstances, your peace will always remain fragile. Number 6. Your mind creates most of your suffering. Events themselves are not the main source of suffering. Your interpretation of events is. Two people can face the same problem. One becomes devastated, the other remains calm. The difference is interpretation. For example, fact. Someone criticized you. Your mind may interpret it as, they hate me, I'm a failure, my reputation is ruined. But these are not facts. They are interpretations. The Stoics practiced separating facts from emotional assumptions. When you remove exaggerated interpretations, much suffering disappears, because many of the problems we fear exist mainly in our imagination. Number 7. The mind becomes what it repeats. Human psychology is strongly shaped by repetition. Thoughts repeated frequently become beliefs. Beliefs become habits. Habits become identity. If you constantly repeat negative thoughts, your mind strengthens them. But if you train your mind toward patience, discipline, and resilience, those qualities slowly become part of who you are. The Stoics understood the power of mental practice. Just as physical exercise strengthens the body, mental discipline strengthens the mind. Your daily thoughts are quietly shaping your future self. Number 8. Most people never truly know themselves. Self-awareness is surprisingly rare. Many people move through life reacting automatically. They rarely examine their own thinking, but Stoics practice daily reflection. Every evening, they ask themselves 3 questions. What did I do well today? What mistake did I make? What can I improve tomorrow? This habit builds powerful awareness. Without reflection, people repeat the same patterns for decades. But when you observe your own behavior honestly, you gain the ability to change it. Self-awareness is the beginning of wisdom. Number 9. The greatest power is self-control. In the end, Stoicism teaches one final truth. Real power is not controlling other people. Real power is controlling yourself, your reactions, your emotions, your judgments. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." When you master your inner world, external chaos loses its influence. Insults lose their sting. Problems lose their intimidation. Because the one thing you truly control is finally under your command. The Stoics believed understanding human nature leads to wisdom. When you understand how people behave, you stop expecting perfection, you stop reacting emotionally, and you focus on the one thing you can truly control, your character. Master your mind, and the world can no longer disturb your peace. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and join our journey into Stoic wisdom. Because sometimes, the oldest philosophy holds the most powerful answers for modern life.